can't believe how seamless it looks with my skin. Hello my lovelies and welcome back. I hope you're all doing great. Today we're gonna play with a foundation. It's new to me, but I kind of want to say it's slightly, or it's kind of iconic. It's been in the market for quite a while. It's by the brand Chantecaille. This is their Future Skin Oil-Free Gel Foundation. It has a hefty price tag of $82 US. But people are saying it's honestly worth every single penny. So many people from different skin types, skin tones, from different ages, they're saying this foundation is just somehow so beautiful on the skin and just wears beautifully throughout the day. It doesn't look cakey, it doesn't look dry, it doesn't look oily. I'm really curious, what is this all about? Let's try it out. Looking at the information, there are only 15 shades. So I will say the shade range could definitely be extended, but what is this? It's an innovative oil-free gel foundation with a refreshing lightweight texture and a unique formula with 60% water. This sounds really unique, just like the description says, but I'm really curious if it's great for all skin types. I was reading so many different reviews and there was a plethora of I'm oily, I am dry, I am normal, and it works for everybody from what I was seeing. So this is what it looks like when you open it up. It's definitely very jelly, but but creamy. It's a little more liquidy. Look at that, interesting. It doesn't have a fragrance. It smells clean, but without any fragrance. So they are saying it's free of a lot of things. So that's great. It's no animal testing, no parabens, fragrance free, and then phthalate free. They're saying how to apply this foundation. You can use a brush or fingertips, and then for extra coverage, just layer light layers in those areas where you want to conceal and kind of perfect the coverage. It's supposed to be a medium to full coverage foundation, so buildable. That is insane. It's loaded with a lot of natural botanicals from aloe, chamomile, arnica, that's supposed to calm irritation and soothe sensitive skin. It also has rosemary, green tea, and rice bran to help prevent environmentally caused oxidation. Wow, okay, so it sounds very, very interesting. Let's go for it. I think I'm gonna apply with a brush to kind of, control the amount. Where's my little spatula? I'm gonna use my little spatula that I bought from Jones Road for What the Foundation. And let's just go for it. I'm just gonna take what's in the cap. The texture is so creamy and so nice. And I already have my skin prepped. I don't have any kind of primer on my skin, just because I wanna see what it does on its own. I didn't even say what shade this is. I am in shade Aura. I'm hoping I'm in the shade Aura. We'll see, right? Maybe I'll also use my fingers, I'm not sure. I do want to touch the foundation and feel the texture. Let me actually just, I kind of want to run out the back of my hand. Okay, so it does have that gel texture, but it's very creamy. It's not extremely emollient where it feels oily. It doesn't feel super balmy, waxy. It just feels very gel cream-like. And then when you blend it in, wow. It kind of has, it's not a powder feel. What is that? It doesn't feel tacky whatsoever. Maybe I will use my fingers in some areas. I will go in with the Rose and Ben, their C41 brush. I like her brushes a lot. And I'm just going to start working this into my skin. Okay, as of right now, no coverage.
Sheer.
Super sheer.
60% water.
60% water, there you go. The other 40%, we gotta build. Very, very natural, very dewy, but I don't look oily. Okay, I'm gonna change up the brush. I'm gonna go with my Bobbi Brown full coverage face brush. And I'm gonna add a little bit more in areas like right here, right here. And again, I'm literally just using the cap. I'm not dipping back into the foundation. And then I think I'm just gonna take whatever is left and just put it right on the brush. Okay. Take this off my nose and I'm just gonna really gently tap in those areas. Oh yeah, this brush is so much better. I think because it's a little bit more dense and it's a little bit of a smaller brush head versus this. Ooh, it's pretty dense, but it's more fluffy. That's a good coverage. I want this type of coverage, like a light medium. I don't understand how you get a full coverage out of this product. You really have to use a lot of product to get that. I'm having no issues blending this in, and I'm really curious to see what my face looks like super up close. The color looks really nice. It kind of just blends seamlessly with my skin tone. Honestly, doesn't look like foundation on my skin. Let's see.
And it really evened it out, but it's still sheer.
It's very sheer. I honestly thought it was going to be a lot more full coverage because it does say it provides adjustable coverage medium to full. Should we try with our fingers? I feel like fingers, they don't really provide coverage. The brush is the best way to go with this. I just can't believe how seamless it looks with my skin. It is so pretty. It has a little bit of tackiness. I'm hoping it's going to set. I'm just gonna kind of work this in a little bit more as I did on my face, on the back of my hand.
Looks very natural.
It's very pretty up close. I honestly, you can barely detect the foundation on the skin. It is so minimal, but it really just enhanced my skin and my skin tone and just kind of brought it all together instead of having mismatched tones all over my face. Okay, I'm gonna quickly do the rest of my makeup, my concealer, my blush, my bronzer, my lips, and I'll be right back and I'll kind of share what I'm using on my face. So for concealer, Bobbi Brown Sticked Skin Concealer Stick in shade Porcelain. I think this right here is gonna be really paired beautifully together just because the texture's very creamy. I'm gonna let the concealer sit a little bit, go in with my NARS Laguna bronzer, the cream bronzer. I'm gonna take my Makeup by Mario, the F1 face brush. I'm blending out the concealer with my Real Techniques, the soft accent brush. I'm gonna apply a little bit of Bare Minerals bronzer in Kiss of Pink. I'm going to set just the concealer, my Ilia Soft Focus Finishing Powder. Taking my Jones Road mascara. I've been enjoying this. I do find that you do have to clean the wand a little bit. For the lips, I did my Huda Beauty lip contour in Muted Pink along with Lip and Cheek Color by Rose Inc in Ophelia, just in the center. Very fresh, very summery. And I love that lip combo. Okay, so overall, with everything applied, the texture of the foundation didn't really change. It actually looks really nice. It didn't emphasize anything weird. Now that it had time to sit on my face and kind of sink into it a little bit more, I will say the finish, it's looking a little bit more natural instead of radiant, except on my forehead, just because the forehead usually for me is the most radiant or glowy on my face, but it doesn't feel tacky anymore. It actually feels really nice, and that texture feels similar enough to the back of my hand when I first swatched it and really blended it and worked it into my hand. It feels really comfortable on my face. Honestly, I don't feel the foundation on my skin. I feel the other products more so than the foundation, which I'm pretty impressed with. Everything had a really easy time blending on the face. I will say the contour, I did apply a little bit heavy-handed right here, and I did take off a little bit of that foundation, but I was going a little bit rough. I just went back in with whatever was left on my brush and just kind of helped blend everything in around my cheeks right here. But pretty happy with how the skin is looking. It's looking very natural, very fresh, but it doesn't look like I have foundation on my skin. Really happy with it so far. I'll keep you guys updated and see how everything is wearing or how the foundation is wearing. All right, what are we looking like? It's been 6 hours since I applied my makeup. Looking pretty good. And again, no touch-ups whatsoever. I just made a super early dinner and it actually looks pretty decent. Not pretty, looks pretty great in my opinion. It feels very weightless. and very skin-like on the skin. I don't know how to even explain it, but I really like this foundation so far. I like the way it's wearing. I like the way it's looking. It's looking like my skin, but a little bit better. I like that it has a natural finish to it. It has a little bit of a glow. It's not adding any extra oils to my face. I'm not feeling extra oily. I'm not feeling extra dry. I did not spend a lot of time outside today. We had a meeting and it ran kind of long, and it's good. It's a good meeting, but I did not spend a lot of time outside. It's in the high 90s right now, so I'm thinking I might go towards the evening and see how the makeup wears in the heat. But I like the way I'm looking so far. Like I said, it's been a little over 6 hours, so I think for 6 hours with no touch-ups, it's looking pretty good. Okay, so it's been a little over 10 hours. I like to wear foundations for a good 10 hours to see how my face looks like, how it reacts, especially for like the first time. So after the first update, I went outside with the kids. It was so hot out, so I think it was a pretty good test for this makeup. And honestly, I'm pretty impressed with how my face and how my skin, how the makeup is looking at the end of the day. It is looking a little bit glowy on the forehead, and it's also feeling a little bit glowy, a little bit slick feeling only on the forehead. It doesn't feel slick on my T-zone right here around the nose and on my chin and on my jaw. I'm actually kind of shocked that I see most of my cheek, well, actually all of my cheek products. I still see the bronzer, I still see the blush. They didn't really move, they didn't really budge, they didn't really fade away on top of this foundation. I will say I like the way my pores are looking. I didn't really powder too much with the Ilia Soft Focusing Finishing Powder. I kind of powdered just around my nose. I didn't want to go too far on my cheeks because I really wanted to see the way the foundation was going to perform. And I'm pretty impressed that the foundation is not exaggerating anything on my skin. It's not exaggerating any kind of dry spots. It's not exaggerating any kind of texture, any bumps. It's not exaggerating my fine lines. I can see the foundation has settled a little bit, but because the foundation is so lightweight in texture, it looks like my skin but better. And I think because I didn't layer so much of the product on my face, that's probably why it's looking so good. But I do think if you layer this foundation heavily, it can probably start looking pretty heavy and cakey at the end of the day, depending on your skin type. I'm gonna keep playing with it. This was just the first impression, but for $82, is this foundation worth it? I think maybe to some it is, honestly. It's a really good foundation. I'm just trying to kind of wrap my mind around this. Is it worth it? And like, am I gonna keep repurchasing it, or would I tell my mom to go out and buy it? You know what I mean? It's beautiful, but is it the best foundation I've ever tried? No. It's one of the top foundations I've tried, but it's not the best. What can I compare this to? I'm gonna pull out my L'Oreal. Okay, this is not the exact same product. It's not a dupe, but if you want something for your face that is going to be kind of like a serum texture, gel type of a texture, it's gonna be very lightweight, it's going to wear beautifully, give you some coverage. I think you might really enjoy the L'Oreal, the True Match, the Hyaluronic Tinted Serum. But on the other hand, I do like that this foundation, the Chantecaille Future Skin, it's oil free. So I do appreciate that, and it does have a lot of skincare properties and ingredients in the foundation itself. So I guess you could say it's 2 for 1. I don't know. I'm not trying to talk anybody into it. Very expensive. So I think you do have to decide if this is the right product for you, and hopefully maybe you can get a sample size and really test this foundation out for yourself if you feel this might be really good for you. Overall, I can see why this has been a very well-loved foundation by so many people from different skin types to different age groups. A little does not go a long way in terms of coverage, but a little does go a long way just to kind of even out your skin tone. All right, I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you for watching, spending time with me, and I'll see the next one very soon. Bye.